podcast whenever I can get it uploaded. So it should appear tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so Monday Night Raw. Hmm. Not the greatest Raw that I've ever seen. Let me just make sure my camera doesn't fall off. Yeah, no, it was all right. It was there was only about 5 or 6 matches in the end, and a lot of it were. I've I've complained about this in the last few weeks, or at least pointed it out that Raw very much seems like filler at the minute between all the pay-per-views, because obviously you've had the Night of Champions, then you had Evolution, and then you've only got a 2 week build towards SummerSlam, and yeah, it just felt a bit filler, to be completely honest. Like I say, it wasn't a bad show by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not the greatest Monday Night Raw I've ever seen. Anyway, so just looking at my notes, CM crowd was hot for him in Houston, and basically he ended up in a promo battle with Gunther. Now I've just done a short about this as well. It was really impressive by Gunther, actually. He was really, really good on the mic. So Punk comes out, basically says the usual, it was like the CM Punk greatest hits. I'm the best in the world. I'm going to hopefully win the championship. Fans are behind me, blah, 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 blah. And then Gunther sort of comes out, and you're expecting like a bit of a promo battle type of thing. But that's totally not what we got, and probably by design by WWE as well. Basically, Gunther, like for once for a better phrase, just completely eviscerated Punk on the mic. So he comes out and he basically says, I'm paraphrased obviously, but like, I am not here to make fun of you. I'm not here to get into a promo battle or anything stupid like that. I've been the champion for like 1,000 days, if you include the IC title and the WWE title. The title holder is the best in the world. You're just pretending to be the best in the world. I don't need these fans. And then all of a sudden he sort of left it. He was about to leave the ring. And I thought that, WWE, mate, WWE. And I thought Punk was going to respond. And then Gunther sort of grabs him as he's about to leave the ring. And he's just like, at least you'll have these dumbass fans to like remember you after I've beaten you. And then he just sort of walks out. And Punk looked, to be fair to Phil, he sold it really, really well. He sold it as in like, damn, I'm in a massive fight here, and I don't know if I can beat this man. So fair play to Punk for the selling. Obviously, it was done by design to put the doubt in Punk's mind. But yeah, no, it was really good actually. It's probably the best promo I've seen Gunther ever have, to be honest. I mean, I didn't see his work on NXT or NXT UK, so he's probably done better promos. But like, I think coming out of the Goldberg match, Goldberg needs to come out strong. Gunther needs to come out strong out of this. I can't see in a million years. Oh, hi Matthew, you're all right, mate. I personally, I know I've got my Punk t-shirt on. I don't see CM Punk winning that match at SummerSlam. It just seems a bit random to me that they would do it. I mean, obviously he's going to miss out on 2 World Heavyweight Championships in the space of, what, 5 or 6 weeks. But I think they're going to have Punk lose all these opportunities. My prediction is he wins the Royal Rumble next year, and then goes on to win the whichever title it is. Hi, Kayla, you're all right. I think he ends up basically winning the title at WrestleMania next year. Who that's going to be against, I don't know. If I had to take a guess, I'd say probably Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at WrestleMania next year. I mean, I just can't see a world where... I'm all right, Kayla, thank you. What's the subject we're talking about? WWE Raw, mate. Wrestling, WWE. Yeah, no, I just don't see Punk winning that match at all, to be completely honest. But I might be wrong. I hope I am wrong, because I really would like Phil to win the belt. I am a massive CM Punk fan. I know a lot of people are not hugely keen on Punk, to say the least, but look, I like him. I did see. I was at All In at Wembley Stadium when Punk did the thing that he did. I was literally like about 5 or 6 floors below what was going on. Not that I knew at the time. So Punk can be a bit of an arse, but like I said, he's still one of my favourite wrestlers at the end of the day. So I hope he does win, but I just can't see it. Going back to what else happened, you had a segment with. I used to love the Awesome Warrior. He wipes everyone out. Yeah, yeah. I used to watch Warrior Mate as well back in the day. First time I saw Ultimate Warrior was, this is how old I am, in 1992. It was the SummerSlam from the UK, where I might be completely wrong about this. I don't know if I've got the wrong thing, but I think I'm sure Warrior was there. I can't remember. In fact, no, I am wrong. It was I think it was the WrestleMania where it was the possibly Papa Shango, um, and Sid Justice, and then basically the Warrior comes out to save Hulk Hogan. I forget that, but yeah, no, I used to watch Hulk Warrior as well, mate. So yes, it is. No, I completely agree, and I wish I could help, mate. I wish I could help. I don't want to get into politics, but yeah, no, I agree. But what can we do at the end of the day? Yeah. Um, anyway, so you had a segment with Naomi and Stephanie Bakir that set up the match later on in the night. Then you had Rusev versus Sheamus. Actually, fair play to both of them lads. It was a really, really good match, banger after banger after banger, and all that. And Sheamus ends up getting the win at the end. Wasn't as good as the match that they had the other night, but it was still a decent match. What else? Then we had the New Day versus the LWO. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes because I am stupid. I can't remember everything that happens on Raw, unfortunately. So, New Day versus LWO versus Alpha Academy. Yeah, it was all right. Actually, fair play. I just want to say, Julius Creed. I don't know what you guys thought. I think he's really, really good. I think Julius is really, really good. I mean, he probably needs a mouthpiece like a Heyman or someone like that. I don't know, but like he potentially could be a major player. Like some of the moves that he did in that match were really, really, really impressive. I said this about Julius before. I reckon that he could go far in this business. I really, really do. But obviously, you've got Roman, you've got Cena, you've got Rhodes, you've got Punk, you've got LA Knight, and all that. Can Julius Creed be a major, and Bron Breakker as well? Can Julius be a major player? Probably not at the minute, but he's got a really good upside. I really enjoy his work. Randomly, the LWO actually won the match against the New Day, and who the hell was the other person? New Day. Oh yeah, Alpha Academy. I literally just said. Yeah, that was a bit weird actually. So it's actually going to be LWO against Balor and McDonough, presumably at SummerSlam, which is a bit weird. I would imagine that would be like one of the sort of mid card matches. I I don't mind the LWO, but there's nothing really that makes me gravitate toward them really at all. I mean, look, they're obviously very, very good workers and very talented lads, but like I haven't connected with them personally, so it is what it is. After that, Bailey managed to get a tag team title match by asking Adam Pearce if they could have a title match with Lyra Valkyria against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, as you do, just going up to general manager and asking for a title match. It was, I was kind of half expecting Bailey to turn heel, which she didn't at the end. I'll get onto that, but it was like some sort of plan that she had, and I don't know. It was I just thought it was a bit clunky and a bit weird. I mean, my random prediction is that Bailey turns heel on Valkyria at SummerSlam and helps Becky Lynch to win, and basically her and Becky Lynch form some sort of alliance. Maybe we're going down the four horsewomen route. I mean, obviously, Mercedes, FKA, Sasha Banks is not there at the minute, and obviously Charlotte's on SmackDown. But maybe that's something that they're gonna go for. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. I mean, I'm really enjoying Lyra Valkyria's work. Oh, hi Jamal, you're alright, mate. I really enjoy Lyra Valkyria's work. I mean, it's improved so much. Her promo skills are way better than they were now. A few months ago. So yeah, we'll have to see where that goes. Then we had there was a backstage segment with Io Sky and Stephanie Vakir. So they're sort of hyping up who's going to win the women's match and then who's going to face Vakir in Paris. Because obviously it could be Io Sky if she goes over against Naomi. Excuse me. Now, I'm a massive Naomi fan. I want Naomi to win. I love Rhea Ripley, like we all do, don't get me wrong, and I love Io Sky, but Naomi is on fire at the minute. I mean, bit controversial, but I think Naomi is one of the best heels in the business at the minute. I think her work is absolutely superb. The laugh, the smile gimmick that she does, as in Smile from the Smile film. I've always liked her work. I think she's absolutely bloody fantastic. Great worker. So I would like her to keep the belt. Where that would leave Rhea and Io, I've got absolutely no idea. Maybe Rhea ends up going after Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental. In the winter, going towards Royal Rumble. No idea, but yeah, we'll have to see on that. Then we had a bit of a random segment in, the bit on Netflix. I don't know if anyone in the chat's from America. I don't know how you guys see it, but when we see it in England, you kind of get you get the 3-minute thing, and then there's segments and interviews in the middle. I'm assuming it's the same in America. I've got absolutely no idea, but we had this random segment where Trick Williams got trotted out, and I was like, what's all this about? Because I don't usually watch NXT. I am going to try and start watching it soon, but I just don't have enough time, unfortunately, with all the other stuff that I do. So Trick comes out and is interviewed by the commentator from NXT. I forget the gentleman's name, unfortunately. And apparently he's having some random segment tomorrow night with The Undertaker. Now, I missed all this. I haven't got a clue what's going on, but it's something to do with that LFG thing. And Taker and Trick Williams are going to have some sort of conversation tomorrow on NXT. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's a bit weird. I thought they were going to say Joe Hendry, but it turns out it's going to be Taker. So whether Trick Williams is going to maybe defend the TNA world title against Joe Hendry and maybe take as the special guest referee. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch NXT, you probably would know better than me, but yeah. Also, as well, just a bit of a sidebar while I'm on. That was really cool with TNA the other night. I managed to catch a bit of the pay-per-view. And AJ Styles, when he came out, that was awesome because he came out with the old school TNA theme tune. I don't know if any of you guys watched TNA. But I used to watch it all the time. I watched it every single week in the UK. And I used to love AJ back in the day before obviously he went to the Indies, then he went to New Japan, then he went to, obviously ended up in WWE, so I used to really love AJ. Obviously still do now. AJ was a bit weird tonight as well actually, because he had loads of segments where he was a janitor, he was a cleaner, and then he was a medical professional checking up on Dominic Mysterio. In fact, I think that's the next segment. You had let's have a look. Oh yeah, so Becky Lynch came out. She cuts a promo on Lyra, and then they're going to the. She does the manhandle slam on Bex. Then they have the tag team match with Lyra and Bailey, and then they sort of intersected that with AJ Styles, running off as a Dominic Mysterio kind of thing. But then Bex, I think, came from under the ring. I missed that bit, to be honest. I'm not totally sure what happened there, but Bex sort of comes from under the ring or wherever, and basically attacks Lyra. And then Raquel Rodriguez basically, basically just did a massive move on Bailey and rolled her up 1, 2, 3, Judgment Day win. So it's going to be definitely Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, which I'm actually really looking forward to. I really like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte together. I think it's a really, really good tag team. It gives them both something to do. I mean, they keep saying we're not friends, but I mean, you can tell obviously they're friends in real life. The chemistry and everything, the way the words go. So I'm really looking forward to that match, actually. Can I just say as well, Raquel Rodriguez, how good is she at the minute? Same sort of thing with Lyra. A few months ago, I was just like, yeah, Raquel Rodriguez, what is she? What does she do? But I mean, ever since that match at Night of Champions with her and Rhea Ripley, I'm thoroughly impressed with her work on the mic and in the ring. I think she's got a really, really big future ahead of her. Let's have a look. From Chavez, is it Chavez? Sorry, mate, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. JD McDonough is the most underrated superstar, the most potential. Yes, mate, I tell you what, he's good. He is really, really good. I love JD. Like the I forget what the match is. Did he have a match against AJ? Was it AJ Styles a few weeks ago? He had a singles match. I want to say it was against AJ, but JD looked really, really, really good. I think he's got a very, very big future as well. But again, I've just said the same thing about Julius Creed. I mean, I don't know if JD McDonough could do a Daniel Bryan. Maybe he could do. I mean, they're about the sort of similar build. Perhaps he could go for the World Heavyweight title at some point. I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't just when the Judgment Day splits apart. You would imagine JD's going to be IC champion chasing. I don't know. But yeah, no, I agree. JD McDonough is really, really good. Really, really fantastic wrestler. Thoroughly enjoyed watching it. That bump that he took when he was out injured, when he punched his lung, that was insane. The fact he carried on the match as well. Fair play to the lad. I think he's fantastic. Hi, Andy. You're all right. Just quickly, because this will end up being a podcast. If anyone listens to this as a podcast afterwards, if you hear me saying hi, I'm saying hi to the people who are making the comments, if that makes any sense. Anyway, cool. What else? Yeah, I was going to say Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. I didn't understand the reaction at first because they were getting cheered all over the place. And I was like, what the bloody hell's going on here? Why are they getting cheered over Lyra and Bailey? Turns out that Raquel is not a million miles away from, I think, the centre of Texas, and Roxanne Perez is a resident of Texas, I think, and was born near there or something like that. I don't know. I'm not American. I've got no idea where all these were born, basically. So, yeah, that was a bit random. Then we had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I think it was starting to lose me a little bit then, because obviously I don't know if the rest of you guys are UK or wherever you're watching from. I'm watching it in the UK and it's now currently 4:10 in the morning. And by the time that Zayn and Cross came on, it was probably about 20-3, and I'm sat there yawning and I'm like, yeah, I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to watch this, basically. It was a decent match. It was all right. It probably wasn't as good as the one that they had in Saudi. where they're going to go with carrying, who's massively over, by the way. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, I missed all this interaction on social media when Carrion was really getting himself over. I kind of get it, but I also don't get it. I mean, he's quite a charismatic bloke, but he's not the most charismatic I've ever seen. I mean, I know he's done a lot of work at house shows and he's got himself over on social media. So maybe I'm just missing the trick. I mean, obviously he's a very, very talented wrestler. And Scarlett Bordeaux as well. Fair play to her. She does a really good job as a heel. Very impressive as like a heel manager. But where it's going to go from there, I honestly don't know. My assumption would be that eventually Sammy will join the dark side and that Sammy and Carrion will end up forming a group, maybe, or something. I don't know if that's going to be the payoff, but yeah. Anyway, Scarlett Bordeaux basically passed, I think it was a pipe or something like that to Carrion. He's smacked Sami Zayn across the ribs without the referee looking, and then basically he's got the 1, 2, 3. So Carrion's got his victory back over Sami Zayn. Now, presumably they might have a rubber match at SummerSlam. I don't know. I don't know if there's any plans for either of them going forward, but yeah, the feud probably needs to be thinking about ending fairly shortly, I would suggest. Then we had Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. Lights out match of the night. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. The crowd were really looking forward to it as well. I mean, the Raw when Io Sky challenged Vaquer in the backstage segment. I mean, I don't know if it was piped in crowd noise. I don't think so, to be honest. But the crowd seemed really, really up for it and like really pleased. And to be fair to both women, they were absolutely brilliant. Stephanie Vaquer, quick shout out to her. She did this one ridiculous move where I'm trying to think how to describe it. Io Sky sort of tries to throw her off the ropes, and then Vaquer sort of knocks her out of the way, and then she jumps up in the air and stomps her foot down onto her face. It sounds better than the way it looked better than the way I'm describing it. Go and watch it, because my description is shit basically. But yeah, no, it was really, really good. But in the end, it turned into a bit of a schmoz because the Secret Service came out, and Michael Cole's like, "Oh yes, we're the war between Stephanie Vaquer and the Secret Service goes on." I'm like, "What war? They've just had like one interaction of random SmackDown." So they came out, tried to interfere in the match. Chelsea Green basically came in, attacked Vaquer as well. Referee throws the match out, so Io Sky presumably wins via disqualification. And then the Hervis are beating up Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer, and then all of a sudden, "This is my brutality." I'm having to kind of whisper at the minute because the family are upstairs at the minute, so I can't go full brutality. But anyway, Rhea Ripley basically comes out, cleans house, and Naomi also came in as well. Rhea took her out as well. Great fire by Rhea as per usual. I mean, she's just. I mean, Rhea Ripley is she's just brilliant, and she's just absolutely brilliant pro wrestler. In terms of the triple threat, like I said, I would like Naomi to retain because I'm a big Naomi fan, but I would suspect that Rhea will probably go over. I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. And then at the end, basically, you had the Roman Reigns segment. So Bronson Reed comes out with Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker. Heyman's about to cut a promo, and he's like, before he comes out and before he can get the words out of his mouth, basically, Roman Reigns' music hits, so Roman comes out. This was really, really weird, actually. I don't know if you guys saw it, well, I'm assuming you did, but I was expecting Heyman to cut like a heel promo on Roman, but he actually referenced the Seth Rollins injury, and then basically said something along the lines of, and again I'm paraphrasing, so you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but sort of said something along the lines of Rollins is going to be out for a long, long time. We could do with a new leader of the group, and obviously I know he's just being a chicken shit heel basically. Hi Trey, you all right? Hi mate. Yeah, everything's all right, dude. Just talking about Monday Night Raw, mate. But yeah, Heyman sort of offers Roman Reigns like the leader of the group, and I'm like, really? Is that what we're doing now? What the hell is this sort of thing? And then Roman, obviously, as the babyface turns around, and he's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Calls Heyman a dumbass. But they kept having to hold back. Dude, that Rusev versus Sheamus was made. To be honest, man, I thought it was okay. I just didn't think it was as good as the previous match that they had. To be honest, I was just saying before you came into the comments, I just felt the whole of Raw was a bit meh. To be honest, I was just saying I really enjoyed Stephanie Bakir versus Io Sky. That was really good. The rest of the matches were, yeah, they were okay, I guess. I did like I said, I did like the Gunther promo on CM Punk. I thought that was really, really good and really well handled. The bit at the end with Jey Uso, which I was just talking about. So Roman has an altercation with Bron Breakker. Bron's like squaring up to him, can't help be held back by Heyman, cuts a promo on him. And then Roman sort of takes the piss out of him, basically throws in the mic, and then like basically Superman punches him. And because Rawlins was injured, I worked out like as soon as he got injured, I was like, well, it's just going to be Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker because there's literally nothing else they can do. Like you've got Cody versus Cena. We need a Braun versus Roman match at some stage. I tell you what, mate, that would have been my preference. Honestly, that I completely agree. I really, I was hoping that they were going to go Roman versus Braun with maybe you could have Breakker in one corner and Jey Uso coming out with Roman if you must do. I don't know, but I was really hoping that was going to be the match. I mean, they haven't confirmed it, but maybe that could be the match. I don't know. I mean, I would prefer that, to be honest, mate. Instead of a tag team match, I really would. Don't get me wrong, I like Bronson Reed. What happened to Austin Theory? Apparently, he is out injured indefinitely. I don't know if I was reading on social media earlier, apparently he's done something to his oh god, what was it now? He's like torn a muscle in his leg or something like that. I don't know if that's the actual injury, mate, to be honest, but basically at one point, Grayson Waller actually came out to offer his services to the New Day, so it looks like they're going to be a random trio, which is a bit weird, but still. Oh, what's your favourite wrestler? Right, mate, I'll give you two. My all-time favourite wrestler, in fact, I'll give you three. My all-time favourite is Stone Cold Steve Austin. My current best favourite is, I really hope no one's going to shout at me here, because I know it's not WWE. I'm getting ready for the comments. I really love Will Ospreay. If it's WWE, current favourite wrestler is proper. I'll tell you what, my current favourite wrestler, if it's WWE wise, randomly, mate, is Naomi. I think her heel, like I've just said, I think her heel work is absolutely superb. I think she's been brilliant on the mic. That cash-in was absolute quality. I think she's absolutely bloody brilliant, to be honest, and I really don't want her to lose the title because I'm a massive Naomi fan. So yeah, all-time Stone. My fourth thing, the best wrestler I've ever seen live and the best professional wrestler I've ever seen is Shawn Michaels. Ric Flair's a very a close second, but I would go with I'd go with Shawn Michaels. I've seen him 2 or 3 times in London and in Manchester when they've done house shows, and he is as good. He was as good as it's made out. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, Will is great, bro, isn't he? I was actually going to mention this at the end of the video. I'm actually going to hopefully see Mr. Osprey in a month's time. So I've got tickets for Forbidden Door in London. Because they've got this random injury angle at the minute where Osprey's like taking time off, but he got injured in the pay per view or whatever. So I'm hoping he's going to be back for that. Yeah. Let's have a look. Kurt Angle. Oh, Zishan. Oh, you've thrown me a curve there. Kurt Angle is definitely in my top 10 of all time. Absolutely brilliant. In fact, I tell you what, I know this is a bit of a sidebar because I haven't finished talking about Raw yet, but if I had to do a top 10 off the top of my head, it would be Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair, Bret Hart, The Rock, not necessarily for wrestling, but like for what he did for the business and the impact that he had. I'd probably say Will Ospreay. I know he's only not early into the business, but he's only like 31 or whatever. But I would probably put him in there. Bryan Danielson. I don't know how many I've just named actually. I think that's 7th. Obviously, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo. Who else would I have? There's someone that I would have had on the list that, in all good conscience, I can't put on the list due to his behaviour. And I'll just leave it at that. You can probably guess who I'm talking about. And then, yeah, I'm a massive CM Punk guy, so I don't know if I've said 10, but like that would be roughly my top 10 basically. I used to this is a bit of deep cut, but I used to enjoy watching Dean Malenko as well in WCW. He was absolutely fantastic. Jericho wouldn't be a million miles off. So yeah, those would probably be most of my Hunter as well, maybe. Because I grew up in the Attitude Era, I never thought Hunter was quite at the level of Austin and The Rock, because a lot of people weren't at the end of the day. But I always enjoyed Hunter's work, to be fair, as a heel. I thought he was fantastic. So that's probably my rough top 10. My favourite of all time is Shawn Michaels, and then my current WWE is Penta, and then in AEW it's Jon Moxley. That's a good list, mate. Very good list. I thought Mox was outstanding the other day. Absolutely outstanding the way he sold those injuries. That spot that he did with the fork was just absolutely insane. It was completely ridiculous. But it was a fantastic match against Hangman. Really, really enjoyed that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Mox. I mean, I saw some of his early work as well. I think it's P. What's the independent? Is it PWG? Pro Wrestling Gorilla. Yeah. So yeah, no, he was really, really good. My dream matches are Shawn Michaels versus Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle in triple threat. Whoa, that'd be really good, mate. That'd be really, really good. And then my modern era would have been The Fiend. Oh, yeah, rest in peace, mate. Rest in peace. What a wrestler he was. Versus Demon Finn Balor. But I know that both of those can't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just shit, mate. Isn't it? I was gutted when Bray passed on. I probably should have put him in the top 10 actually, just for his gimmick alone. He was one of my favourite wrestlers, and he was a really, really good wrestler as well. And the really bad thing was he was a lovely bloke. He was an absolutely lovely, lovely bloke, and I felt so sorry for his poor wife and his children. They did a tribute to him at AEW when I went to go and see All In on the year that he died, and there was a lad there who dressed as Bray Wyatt, and he got like a standing ovation basically, and I ended up crying at Wembley Stadium in front of a boatload of people. Really embarrassing, but yeah, no, yeah, rest in peace, Bray. He was just absolutely, yeah, he was phenomenal. What can I say? Um, Wrestling alone, well, it's currently the best, but if you talk about overall charisma and personally, LA Knight is there too, so underrated. Yeah, see what I did there. Yeah, no, but I love LA Knight. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I saw him in Sheffield last year for a house show in November. And yeah, mate, LA Knight is absolutely brilliant. He did like a BFT to Carmelo Hayes and just cut this promo afterwards, basically. And it was just, yeah, yeah, after all that. Yeah, no, he's really, really good. I hope this thing about Triple H not liking LA Knight or whatever, or the booking company not liking him is not true, because they need to pull the trigger on the guy. Like, he's really, really popular. Personally, for me, I think when Cena retires, I would move LA Knight back to Raw. I would love him to have a match against CM Punk. I'm very surprised they haven't done it yet. I mean, I know Punk's obviously got a few years to go, so maybe they can have the match, but I would have LA Knight versus CM Punk. I mean, you could have a heel LA Knight against maybe a Cody Rhodes, or you could switch Cody as a heel when he does turn heel against LA Knight. I think that would be really, really good. I think he matches up well to a lot of people. But yeah, no, hopefully he can do something at some point. And then another couple of my dream matches are Daniel Bryan versus yes, that would be, well, literally yes, that would be really, really cool, mate. I still think Daniel Bryan might come back to WWE at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what his contract status is, to be honest. Which can't happen because Daniel's retired. And then Kenny Omega. Fair play. Yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I love Kenny Omega. I mean, I've seen him obviously live a couple of times as well at All In. Hopefully he's going to be there again this year. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with. It looks like it's going to be Okada versus Swerve Strickland All In. All In, for God's sake. Forbidden Door. So I don't know what Omega's going to be doing. To be completely honest, I don't know if he's going to. I suspect, dude, if Kenny came to WWE, they could do so many things for him. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. What I think could happen at Forbidden Door is that Swerve wins via a run-in from Kenny Omega, and then they can go again with Kenny Omega and Okada. Further down the line, I don't know, maybe they can do it all out like a month later or whatever, because I think they'll need to have a rubber match, because apparently Omega and Okada are tied on, like, I don't know, 3 matches. Is it 3 matches apiece that they've won or something? I don't know, but yeah, no, I reckon that's what might happen. What's your thought on AJ returning back to TNA? Oh, mate, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely awesome. I love that. I don't know if you watched TNA as well, but like, I used to watch it. I was saying on the live stream a bit earlier. I watched TNA on, was it ITV? I think it was ITV in the UK. I forget where showed it. It was either ITV or Channel 4 or something along those lines. But I watched TNA straight on UK TV for basically 2 years. Went to TNA, one of my best mates who's a wrestling fan. 5 years on the bounce between 2008 to 2013 or something like that. Yeah, and I always love what AJ Washington. I personally, I prefer his TNA music to his WWE music. I would very much like him to have that music back, but whether they're going to do it, I'd pass. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's great. I mean, basically TNA. I wouldn't say they're a WWE brand because that's really disrespectful to the fans, but obviously they are integrating a lot of the storylines now and stuff. So I wouldn't say no to AJ Styles going back to TNA semi-permanently. I think that'd be really, really good. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Oh, hi mate, you're alright. Afayaniye. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name. I do apologise. Like a tide with the yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the Seth Rollins things is interesting because I still, it's probably me being an old wrestling fan, but and being completely paranoid. I do wonder about Seth Rollins' injury. I mean, it does look legitimate, but just just because you hear the chat and everything, you do sort of wonder like, is is it a work? I mean, I can't see it being a work to be honest, but you never know. And but if it's not a work, then who on earth would Seth cash in on? I mean, I'm presuming it would be Punk if he beat Gunther. I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see at SummerSlam. Um, hi Aldo. Hi from Indonesia. Um, yeah, hi mate. You're right. I meant Kenny Omega feud with that list. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, absolutely. AJ versus Kenny. Ooh, yes, that would be good. That would be good. Kenny Omega and Damian Priest would be an awesome. Do you know what? I really like Damian Priest. Actually, I think he's really good. I think the thing is with Damian, because there's so much talent, he's kind of getting really overlooked. I mean, and obviously I know he's had feuds with LA Knight, and obviously he's in the middle of one with Aleister Black, but it's kind of like they're having to give him stuff to do. Personally, I think Damian Priest will work better as a heel, to be honest. I've actually speculated about that. I really loved, I don't know if you agree, mate, but I really loved the Terror Twins. So when it was Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest just kicking ass, I would like them to go back to that at some point. I was actually thinking as well, I did this a while ago, but I just wonder whether they might do something like a Judgment Day war at some stage, because if you look at it, there's like, oh, thank you, cheers. Um, if you look at it, it's there's loads of old members of the Judgment Day now. I mean, obviously you've got Adam Copeland, who obviously can't be in there for obvious reasons at the minute. You've got Ron Killings, you've got Liv Morgan, Carlito, who obviously got let go. I'm just wondering if they could do, obviously Rhea as well and Damien. I'm just wondering if they could do either like a Judgment Day war or have some like massive, massive group with all of them back together at some point, like they did with DX back in the day. I mean, if they could do, I'm just going to throw this out there. If they can do Judgment Day full group versus Bloodline full group, if you think about who's in the Bloodline as well, that would be amazing. You could run a pay-per-view through that. That would be absolutely amazing. Damon Priest is kind of bland. I don't know if he lacks something. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got the athletic ability. He's a very good wrestler. I don't think he's a bad promo, but he kind of yeah. I don't know what it is with him, to be honest. It's there's definitely something missing. I agree. I can't put my finger on what it is, to be honest. So, and I personally think it's work, and then they could throw a curveball and then make Gunther win versus CM Punk, and the next night have Cena beat Cody, and then have Seth cash in and join Cody into his. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? My Damian Priest? Nope, not as far as I know. Group that would be awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. Cena versus Roman. Yes, that needs to happen before John retires. I think I don't think Roman will be Cena's last opponent. Cena versus don't know what to say to that, to be honest. Yeah, that was yeah. Anyway, um, yeah. No, I reckon Roman will work a program with Cena in the what's he got 15 dates left or something like that. They can't surely go through. Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? They can't go through Cena's retirement without him having an interaction with Roman. Um, in terms of who Cena is going to face at the end, I wish Brock would come back. You never know, mate. That might be the thing that ends it. It could be. But it's probably going to be The Rock that retires Cena. I still think Cody wins the belt off of Cena in his last night in WWE. The only issue I would have with that is it's coming from the Boston Garden, and obviously Gina, obviously Cena is from Boston, and it's going to be his last match, and everyone's going to want him to win. Um, and I'm not sure unless Cody turns heel at the last minute against Cena and like hits him with a sledgehammer or cheats or something like that, and then that's John's way of giving back to the business. I honestly don't know. And then maybe he cuts a promo on Raw the next night or something. I don't know. Or the other thing that I've been thinking about, unless the whole Cena thing is a work, and he turns around and says, "Yeah, you know, thought I was going to be retiring. Yeah, I'm not actually retiring. Ha ha ha." But that would be a bit weird. But um, yeah, if I had to guess, it would be Cody Rhodes. If not, I'd probably go with The Rock. Or if I was going to go for a random person, now that Rawlins is injured, I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone like a Bron Breakker, and then you giving it to the next generation of superstar. I don't know, and then maybe Breakker and Rawlins could have a feud. I don't know. But it's probably going to be The Rock retire Cena. That won't be too bad. Yep, cheers. Um, yeah, she might do. She might do. I listened to Paige on Chris Van Vliet the other day, and she was on about getting a call about Evolution, but obviously it never happened because she didn't turn up. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Paige come back. I mean, obviously she's got hot take. Okay, he wins in Boston, then retires with the title, and since Royal Rumble is right there, just make a new title, then have that Royal Rumble title. That's your other option, isn't it? Does Cena retire with the title? Maybe he does. I mean, to be the whole storyline's a bit weird because it's like I'm going to ruin wrestling for everyone. I'm going to take your world title away, haha. And then Triple H is just sat there going, "Well, yeah, we'll just make exactly the same title and just give it to someone else." So whatever kind of thing. So yeah, obviously it's all kayfabe, isn't it? So I'm not reading that last. I'm not reading that last. I, I'm making no comment about that. Mate. I'm not touching that. I'm afraid, absolutely no chance. Yeah, folks. So I'm. Dude, I agree so much. It can go so many ways. It's so weird. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is they've left themselves with options, haven't they? So they can either keep seeing a heel, having to. I mean, you never know. I mean, he might end up losing to Rhodes in a couple of weeks. And then Cena then turns back babyface. Maybe if Seth Rollins gets involved, I don't know, or maybe even if Brock comes back, or The Rock screws him over, or something. I don't know. I mean, The Rock versus John Cena for John Cena's last ever match. I mean, you would have literally millions and millions. See what I did there? Millions of people watching that match. So now that I think about it, The Rock and Cena makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. So, what I think about the tag team match at SummerSlam. Yeah. Rock proving DCU. He's going to do the same thing with wrestling. He so did. Man, I kind of hate it. Do you know what? I didn't actually mind him as Black Adam. Don't shout at me, but yeah, no, I do know what you mean. But I didn't like that thing at all. When he did the throat slit with Cena, and then you think it's going to be some massive group of him and Travis Scott, and then it's just like, oh no, we just wanted to give Cena the platform, and I was never going to show up, and I'm like, well, I mean, what was the point then. You could have just had Cena turning heel on Rose. Yeah, no, I do like The Rock, and obviously I do respect him from the Attitude Era, and I know him from his wrestling, but he has got a bit of a big head at times. But I mean, if I looked like The Rock, I would probably have a big head as well. So Trick Williams versus Cena, it's a decent shout. I can't see it, but you never know. Rhea versus the Undertaker. Rhea Ripley versus the Undertaker. I think Rhea would kick his ass at the minute, to be honest. I want to see the Wyatt Six versus Seth Rollins, plus Austin Theory and Ethan Page. That would be good. That would be really, really good. Yes, mate. Yes, Trey. I love Ethan Page. I'm just going to put that out there. I think Ethan Page is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Reason why, another reason why as well, he's really into toy collecting. Now, on my channel, I do toy hunts and stuff, and this, that, and the other, and I always do toy shots on a Friday night because I'm a massive geek, hence the name. And Ethan Page used to do like toy hunts and stuff. Yeah, that's why I like him. I just think he's an excellent heel and a great worker as well. Austin Theory versus Stone Cold. Can't say that. CM Punk versus AJ Lee. I think AJ Lee would kick her husband's ass, to be quite honest. As a wrestler, Rock is one of the best of all time. It's just the person behind the gimmick. Yeah, agree. AJ Lee versus AJ Styles. I'm glad you're not on the booking committee, mate. Roman Reigns. Oh, actual Roman Reigns. Hi, Roman. You're all right. The last suggestion, let me put it this way. I hope Cody Rhodes would win the match. Devastatingly. Anyway, dude, have you watched the Ethan Page versus Ricky? Said yes, it was superb, because like I don't usually watch NXT, mate. But I saw that match. It was fantastic. Honestly, Page is just so good. And that spot that they did with the I can't even think how to describe it. When he threw him through a desk or something like that, I was just like, what is going on here? But yeah, no, I love Ethan Page. I think he's absolutely fantastic, mate. Absolutely fantastic. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. It's pretty cool having Roman Reigns watching my live stream. I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest. I think I would have thought Roman would have better things to do with his time than watch a big ugly fat man on a live stream, but there you go. Cozy needs to go full Holander. I agree. So my prediction is I think Cody Rhodes turns heel against Cena. He wins his match at the Rumble. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble itself, and then CM Punk dethrones Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That's my theory. Whether it's right, it's probably not right at all, but we'll have to wait and see. Cozy needs to go forward. Cozy's going to win that championship. Yeah, he could do, Roman. He could do. Big Show versus. I'm not reading that. Back. The spot with the chair. That's the one, yeah. Where he Alabama slammed Ricky into the two chairs at the Great American Bash. The chef's. Yeah, that's what I meant, mate. Yeah. No, it was absolutely. I mean, Ricky Saints obviously is awesome as well. He's a fantastic wrestler. So I watched him as Ricky Starks in AEW. I don't think Ricky Saints is going to be on that NXT roster for very, very long. I would suspect that he will be Royal Rumble bound, I would have thought. I like this type of talk. Oh, thanks, babe. That catapulted Ricky Saints to the top. Yeah. I reckon he's got a very, very bright future. Very, very bright future. Real mental, but WWE. Okay, cool. Yes, folks. Anyway, so that was my wrap up of Monday Night Raw that turned into a full discussion about wrestling. But there we go. Listen, everyone. Thanks for all the comments. I really enjoyed that, actually. I'm going to start doing this once a week. Do you collect WWE? Yes, I do. I've literally got boatloads of them. This isn't to get you to subscribe or anything, but if you go on my channel, there's a section that says Geek Boy Does Wrestling, and I've literally got shorts of a load of WWE figures. There's probably about 150 shorts, give or take. Oh, cheers, Trey. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. If you go, but yeah, if you go onto that section of the channel, it's called Geek Boy Does Wrestling, and there's like boatloads of like wrestling toy shorts. Also, as well, I've got highlights of when I've been to AEW. I've got WWE Sheffield. When I saw Cody Rhodes beat Solo Sikoa. So yeah, there's loads of wrestling content on there as well. I was going to say for everyone else as well. So just before I head off, because it's 10 to 5 on 10 to 5 in the UK on a Tuesday morning, and my missus is actually getting up for work in about 2 hours' time, so I'm going to very, very quickly sneak past her into the spare bedroom. Okay, subscribe. Thanks, bud. Oh, cheers. Is it am I pronouncing your name right, mate? Is it Z Shan? Yeah, thanks, mate, for all the back and forth. That was really good, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for watching, mate. Yeah, so just to say quickly, I'm going to be going to AEW Forbidden Door on the 24th of August. I'm going to see WWE Leeds live in Leeds. Leeds is where I'm from. So there'll be vlogs and shorts of all the matches for that as well. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to go live on both nights as well, before and after. Obviously I can't do it live in the arena for obvious reasons. So I'm going to try and get all the matches, so that stuff will be on there as well. I don't know if any of you are UK wrestling fans, but I'm supposed to be going to Rev Pro this weekend in Sheffield. But Rev Pro have not yet sent me my tickets, which I'm getting a bit worried about. But yeah, hopefully I'll be going there. I'm hoping I might see a certain Will Ospreay there. I don't think he'll be there, but Will used to wrestle in Rev Pro, so you never know. There might be some Will Ospreay footage this weekend. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But yeah, I also do a what am I trying to say? I also do like a wrestling podcast, which this is called Geek Boy, a wrestling story. So this is going to be the podcast for this week. So I'll upload it, and hopefully it'll be out tomorrow or the next day or something like that. So I do that. I also do Comic Con stuff, toy hunts, football, Liverpool. If any of you are wrestling fans, which is probably going to get me shouted at, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I also do a lot of Liverpool content as well. So I do boatloads of different stuff basically. So if you want to check it out, you can do. So look, so glad it's gone this live because I found someone who genuinely cares about people's opinions. So, oh, cheers, Trey. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do try to, dude. I do try to. Look, I love pro wrestling. I've loved it since 1989. I know it probably sounds a bit daft, but I can't imagine my life without pro wrestling. Literally, I look at it every single day. Watch TNA, watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, watch WWE, watch AEW, independents, wherever I can get down to. I've literally watched pro wrestling for 35 years, and my life would be not as cool and pretty rubbish without pro wrestling. Yeah, I fell in love with it since I was 2, growing up with it. Yeah, me too, mate. I absolutely love it. What's up, my homie? Oh, hello, Carlos. You're all right, mate. So yeah, folks, that's about it from me, basically. I'm gonna go to sleep for like a million hours and be shouted at by Mrs. Meta for getting up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, probably, I would have thought. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Like I said, going live AEW, and also WWE Leeds, and also, oh, just quickly before I go, SummerSlam, I'm going to be doing a live vlog of that, and I'm also going to be watching it with the lads in Leeds. So the vlog could be very interesting after 10 glasses of wine, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, to be honest, but Okay, have a good night or day over there. Cheers, Trey. You're awesome, mate. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Good morning, mate, and have a good sleep. Oh, I will do, mate. Yeah, sorry, Carlos. I wish I could stop on, mate, but I've actually been on for like an hour, and it's like 10 to 5 in the morning. If it was like 10 past 5 in America PM, then I would be more than happy to stay on, mate. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, yeah. I'm probably going to get my arse kicked by the missus, but in the morning, to be honest. 90-degree angle. Whoa. Hope the algorithm brings me back here in the future. Oh, cheers, Carlos. Thanks. Well, I will be back doing this time next week, if that's any help. So I'm gonna, like I said, I do a wrestling podcast called Geek Boy. What the hell is my podcast called? Geek Boy, a wrestling story. So I'll be back here this time next week. So if you want to tune in, then great. Just look us up. It's Geek Boy Meta. Channels available. So I'll be here next week, mate. Let's have a look. Hope the algorithm brings me back in the future. We're in the UK. Leeds. That's where I'm from. Are you going to stream tomorrow for a wrestling talk? Probably not tomorrow, Trey. I will be, next time I'll be back will be for AEW Dynamite. It might not be live, but I'll do a vlog for it. So probably the next time I'll be on will be this time next week, mate. I would have thought. Unless something dramatic happens in the wrestling world. If something does happen, then I'll obviously do a live stream or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, I'm off, folks. Thank you very, very much for watching. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So many cool people. Come on, Leeds United. Greetings from Brighton. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, quick one before I go. So I'm actually a Liverpool fan in the heart of Beeston. And I literally live around the corner from Ellen Road, so December's going to be very interesting in my house, put it that way, mate. 90-degree angle. Yeah, thanks, Aidan, for that. Great way to end it. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you again, hopefully this time next week. Bye-bye, everyone.